Hi there, it's Andy. Quick video here of Class 68, what I've done to it, slight improvements I've made. Right, the Dapple model's a pretty excellent model already. So all the detailing's fitted to the front buffer beam. Once they've replaced your body shell, the livery is pretty spot on. Apart from, it's difficult to pick it out, get the lighting good, but I've fitted a driver and picked out the like dashboard, like the controls in a deck tan. So it shows up a little bit better than the plain black that it comes as. So that's all I've done to the detailing side of things. The main things I've done, the fitting of an em2 speaker from DC Kits and legomanbiffo, and I've fitted a legomanbiffo decoder, and I've modified the lighting. I'll show you the em2 speaker in a moment, how I've fitted that. But the main thing I've done to the circuitry is the prototype has normal headlights, so that's the top light, the halo, and a dipped beam on the main headlight, and a high beam. So that's for poor lighting conditions. So the main headlight is just slightly brighter. So I've also added the ability to switch off the main headlight and just have the halos. But this is the main difference from the standard model. You'll notice it's got the top light and the halo lights. That's the only fault of the model as standard, that the top light is fed from the main headlights, not the halos. So if you had the halos lit before, the top light wouldn't be lit. So I've modified that. It's still fed from the main Dapple circuitry, so if I disable halos, the cab light is still fed from the headlights. That's something I'll change in the future. I'll get a second function decoder to control the cab lights, so they'll be independent eventually. And I'll also be fitting detonator flash that'll be run from the legomanbiffo sound file. So that's the lights covered. Just a slight change to the Dapple, but just more prototypical. And the cab light also picks out that deck tan that I've picked out a lot better. Right, moving on to the sound. Bring it around so you can see the whole. That's the whole rate, but this is. That's the em2 speaker. All I did was create a notch for the em2 to be recessed in slightly. If you want that doing, if you look on Facebook or eBay or the internet, Richard at Roads and Rails, he's got a proper milling machine, and he does these sort of 4 or 5 a day. So I do these for other people, but I take ages. I've got a toddler, full-time job, so this is just a little bit on the side for me. But put that to one side. I'll show you the sound of that em2 speaker in a moment. Before I get it all running, 68s are used on a variety of duties. Predominantly they're used by DRS, used by Chiltern, well at least from DRS for passenger services, but they're mainly used for freight and nuclear flash duties. That's what I've chosen to replicate here. So I've used the Dapple flash wagons, and I've used a Train Tech motion activated rear portable flashing light. Now the electronics in the Train Tech system are pretty clever, just battery and a motion sensed flashing system. Now I used to go to the club quite a bit and I didn't want the batteries going flat in the car, so just between the battery holster and the main circuit board I made a break and added a switch. So the switch is hidden underneath, so I'm able to save the battery. The rear portable flashing light is the one that comes with the Batman model. Drill the hole, put some glue and glaze in there, put some overhead projector pen, red ink on the top of that, and then fitted my favourite 0603 SMD LED on the back, obviously a red one, and hopefully you'll agree that looks pretty smart, and it looks a lot better than the one that comes with the Train Tech kit. The Train Tech one is just like a domed LED that's painted white, so it's not got like the handle on the top or anything else picked out, and it's slightly the wrong shape. So hopefully you'll agree that looks pretty smart. Put that onto the brake. I've used KDs throughout on this, so I'll give you a quick whirl, see what you think of the sound. I'll turn on drive hold, so initially I'll just hear it rev up. So hopefully you're pretty impressed by the sound. I am. So any questions, give me a shout. Thanks, bye.